and welcome to Introduction to Physics. My name is Paul Eric, and today we're going to be doing another physics lab. So this is going to be lab 4.4a on magnetism. So open up that lab, and the first simulation that we're going to be using is from the physics classroom. So go to the internet and then type in www.physicsclassroom, one word, and then .com. And then when you go to it, you're going to find this. Okay, now once you get there, you're going to go down to here where it says physics simulations. So when you click on that one, you're going to come to this. Okay, and then you're going to go down, and so these are all the different kinds of physics simulations, and we will look at some of these during the course of the semester. But we're going down here to magnetism and electromagnetism, and so we're going to click on here. Okay, so now we've got this, and there are two simulations. And the one that we want to look at is this one right here. So we're going to click on that one. And then we have to launch the simulation. So launch interactive. And so finally, we're right here. Okay, so if I go back to the notes, so now we've gone through all of this, and we're down to right here. So I want you to explore this simulation. And so you got this bar magnet, and one of the things I want you to do is to pull off one of these magnets here and then put it up there. So this is kind of like the equivalent of taking a magnet and breaking it in half. So I want you to answer that question, what does it turn into? If you take a magnet and you break it in half, what does it turn into? Now these white lines here, those arrows, that's going to represent the magnetic field, which we're not interested in yet. So ignore the white arrows for the moment, and we're just kind of exploring properties of magnets. So then the next thing that I tell you to do is you're going to break off another magnet, and you're going to put it out here and then let it go, and you notice, well, that's pretty boring, okay? But if you take the magnet and you move it close enough to it and then you let it go, did you see what it did? Okay, so let's do it again. Okay. And so you should notice that a magnet has two poles. I won't tell you what they are, but you should know what they are. One begins with an N and one begins with an S. Okay, so those are the names of the two kinds of poles, which are very similar to when we talked about electricity and we said that there were positive and negative charges. So this is kind of similar to it. Okay, now another thing that I want you to do, though, is you'll notice that each of these little magnets has a little circle thing, which you can, when you press this circle right here, it reverses the polarity, so that it's taking the magnet and flipping it like that. And then what did you notice that the two magnets did? So let's try it again. So if I take this one, well, I can't even get it close to it. So if I put it close to it, you see that there's a force acting on it. So this is going to be the magnetic force as opposed to the electrical force. Okay, so let's go back to the lab now, and you should now be able to answer these questions. Remember, anything that you write in the lab, do it in red. And you can do that by clicking right here, and then when you type, anything you type will be in red. So don't forget to answer those questions. Okay, now we're going to go to the magnetic field, okay? And we're going to do that in just a moment, so let's take a break.